Some sunshine, 60, Thursday partly sunny skies, and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
She means beer. She means beer. Guys, she means beer. Don't put me on YouTube. My God.
Hello, and welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie.
Why would you do that?
I thought it was fantastic, that's why.
It truly is.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is Friday, April 7th, and it is Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is post-WrestleMania. It is post-everything. Everything's fine.
Both shenanigans.
Fine. Yeah.
Bullet Club is fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
Bullet Club is fine. It's okay.
Yeah. Maggie, how you doing?
Well, this is a really loaded question, having in mind that you know very well how I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. I set you up for it.
Yeah, you really did. I'm really not gonna go into detail about it, but let me just say something really positive that came out from everything today. Like for me, I want to thank you so much, Rob. Thank you so much for making this podcast a thing. Thank you so much for choosing me to be like your podcast partner. Thank you so much to Joel Pearl, who actually got me on Fightful's Twitch watch-alongs for the pay-per-views. So he basically built the bridge between the two of us. You know, if it wasn't for him asking me on the watch-alongs, we never would have found out that we have this really great dynamic that we do. And last but definitely not least, thank you so much to Sean for allowing us to make this, for like having faith in me, because it's because of this show that I'm keeping my shit together, because I fucking hate my job so much. I had such a shitty day today, and I barely kept it together. Like my shift was awful. I hated it, and I counted the minutes. And if it wasn't for this show, I would have been as miserable as I was before I actually got the show. So, guys, thank you so much for supporting us, because if it's not for you, we won't be able to, to do this. We wouldn't be able to be one of, the most successful shows in Overbooked. And this is because of you guys, because you support us and you show appreciation for us. And I just want to thank all of you, because of you, I get to do this and not want to, smash my head into a wall because of, all the shit that I went through today. So, yes, once again, I'm showing the start off with, with something really, really real. And, yes, so before I start crying, guys, please like the video, share it on social media, send us a super chat or a humper chat if you want to get all mushy or, rant about everything that happened, because a lot of things happened. I feel like this past week felt like a year, like about a lot of things. So please tell us in the chat. And of course, I will never stop saying you send us your money, because there's a big show I really want to go to and I'm poor. So yeah, how are you, Rob?
I'm doing good. I am good. Like I told you earlier this week, like you should tell the story about like how Saturday night, like how.
Yes, we as soon as we start talking about WrestleMania, I will tell the people about our DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
let's get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do this. So Well, we'll start with the first thing first. The biggest news, obviously, since we've seen you guys, this did not happen yet. But WWE merging with UFC, they're going to form. Basically, they're going to be Endeavor. Just absolutely wow. Just I can't really was not expecting this to happen yet.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, we were expecting like negotiations, but we weren't expecting it to be like this, like quick.
Negotiations for quite some time. Like we just didn't know it yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the fact that happened so quickly, just wow. But that wasn't the thing that really everybody was really happy to hear about that, because we're thinking, okay, like maybe this is the key to everything. And we'll talk more about WrestleMania in a little bit, but then Vince McMahon and had basically him and Vince McMahon and had a meeting or had an interview. They did the interview, we believe, on Sunday. The way it looked, or maybe it was.
Did it though? Was it Friday? Because they were talking about WrestleMania tomorrow.
That's
yeah.
It could have been Friday. You're right. So basically, Ari Emanuel, who is he's like the main guy, like of UFC or owned UFC, and they've reached a deal that they're going to merge their companies, and there was some hope that basically what kind of scared everybody was when Ari said that I'm not going to let Vince leave. And we were just like and then
Raw happened.
Yeah, well, WrestleMania night 2 kind of, but Raw is what really did it for a lot of people. That's when we saw the Vince McMahon
there was a lot of ass kissing during that interview.
Oh yeah.
A lot of ass kissing. Like everyone just told Vince whatever the hell he wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So this is because I'm just a normal person who has no knowledge of the business part of wrestling, it's really hard not to see that this is once again Vince surrounding himself with a bunch of yes men. This is basically what happened in this interview. I'm sorry, this is the only thing I got from it, but I will plug 2 shows today during our stream. The first show I need to plug here while we're talking about this Endeavor deal. I'm sure that all of the people who are watching right now have already watched the exclusive episode of Listing Your Boy that Sean and Jeremy did on Monday. But if you haven't, go and watch it, because Jimmy has a lot of insight about stuff like this, about the business side of things. And again, if you're like someone like me who has no idea about how things work, not in Bulgaria, let alone, for you guys in the States, Jimmy has a lot of insight when it comes to this. And I've learned, and I always keep learning more and more from Jimmy. That's why I love hearing his insight about this. So if you haven't, you definitely need to check that out. It's also on all podcasting platforms and everything. You're not alone in the room.
Who walked by my niece?
I don't know. What's up? Hi.
Are they behind? Oh, I don't know.
No, they left. It's fine. It's okay.
That's what happens when I'm on babysitting duty. So
yeah, I know. Yes. So sure. This, like, a lot. I suppose that a lot of us are a bit scared, because what happens when when companies are bought, I really don't want to speak it into existence, but I just really, really, really wish everyone keeps their job. It's something natural that comes from something like this. It always ends up, yeah, it's your niece.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not your home phone, so it's okay. Yeah, so this is the thing I'm mostly scared about right now.
Yeah.
After this news has hit us. It hasn't been because everyone thinks that Vince is back. And there's absolutely no reason why we don't agree on that, because like Raw. And I suppose we'll see today. Although the fact that we're getting Sami Zayn versus Jey Uso is the biggest nod that Vince is back there, because Jesus fucking Christ, why would we ever want to see that ever again after a year of this? And like, remember when WrestleMania used to be like the end of everything, like, and now it's the beginning of stuff? And,
yeah, but is this the first time they've had a solo match though?
I was excited to see everything be done with.
Yeah.
Okay? Everything. We were supposed to be done with everything. WrestleMania had to be the end, the final chapter. None of it was. Maybe like we were like, oh, okay, so at least Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens won. Psych! It's not done.
I'm curious to see what Sean's gonna post today, because I haven't been able to really check Fightful Select, and I don't know like where Vince is, if Vince is there.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna
we'll
learn
get
a lot.
But
we're gonna learn a lot from tonight's SmackDown.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, we do have some super chats, so I'll go ahead and read those. Our good friend Ryan Sullivan sends us a super chat that says, "Good afternoon, you fine folks. Soupy doesn't like the Princess Bride, and I think he broke my heart."
I saw that tweet. I've never even seen The Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah. You should. It's a good movie.
Is it though?
I enjoyed it. I'll say this. It's good. I liked it.
But you're never going to watch it again?
No, I've seen it more than once. It's just I don't think
okay.
it's something where I'm not like, oh, everybody has to watch it, blah blah blah. Like it's not. I don't.
It's not.
It's a good movie. It's just it's not Star Wars for me.
But. Okay, so you've seen The Princess Bride more than once, but you haven't seen Lord of the Rings more than once?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. You know what? I take that back. I think I've seen the extended editions. Well, I know I've seen the extended edition one, so I think I've seen them twice. So each one I've seen twice.
Right.
So yep, I'm a rebel. So there you go. D'Lo Dig sends us a super chat with 3 hearts. We love you too, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, D'Lo, you sweetheart. Thank you so much. We love you too.
Just make sure I didn't miss any more here. I got a couple of no's. So Ryan Sullivan says no, that you missed it. Okay. So
I'm not saying that I don't like Princess Bride. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Ryan, no. Please love me.
Yeah, please love her. Yeah.
I need to be loved today, okay? Like I had a really shitty day. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely, yeah. So, well, we already kind of talked about Raw, but we'll talk more about Vince and that when we get to Raw. So we might as well go ahead and go to AEW Dynamite.
So we're going to talk about Raw after that, right?
Yeah. Yep, I got Raw laid down.
Okay.
AEW Dynamite, we'll just kind of go through this real quick. Absolute Ricky Starks was supposed to take on Juice Robinson, but this is the first WWE type match that we saw on Dynamite. It didn't happen because we got something better that happened.
The really weird ass debut of the knife pervert.
Switchblade Jay White makes his debut. Sacrifice.
Sacrifice, yes. It was weird, and I feel like it's all on the cameraman.
It was
It's
that.
all on the cameraman because his music hit and the audio was weird, and I'm like, who is it?
Audio was
And
bad that night. I don't know what the hell was going on
yes,
there.
audio was bad. The camera did not have, like, it was not pointing at the ramp at all. So he got into the ring, and then I was like, it's switchblade. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. And it was like kind of deflating. And I'm like, what the hell is happening here? But I'm really glad, having in mind everything that's happening in WWE. I've been on the record on this show saying that I rather him going to WWE because all the possible matchups, but like having in mind what's happening now, you.
Yeah. You. Hey. You.
Hey, you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It was.
It was weird, but I'm really glad that this happened. I can't wait to see whatever is in line for Switchblade in AEW. This is distracting.
I know. I'm just gonna let them run through like I'm in all.
Okay.
So
It's okay. So yeah, after that, we had the House of Black match with against Best Friends in Orange Cassidy.
Sue.
The Sue this did it for me. Sue is back. Devan is back. This was so great. I'm just glad to see House of Black on television.
Yeah.
On live television. I'm sorry, because like they've been on Rampage a lot, but like not on Dynamite. I'm just glad. Glad to see.
Absolutely.
See them on my television.
You have Jamie Hayter versus Rio for the AEW World Women's Championship match.
Oh my God. Rio, are you okay? Jamie decapitated her with that clothesline. Oh my God, this match was so great. I was so happy to see that they weren't in the normal spot, the dead spot, right before the main event. I'm just so happy with this match. Jamie is proving to be one of the best women's champions in AEW right now. She's so over, and I'm really glad that they didn't go with Britt Baker turning on Jamie immediately, because you know what this reminds me of? LOL women. Women can't be friends with each other. Ha ha ha. I had this. So this is kind of refreshing. Then we had the celebration for MJF Day. I never want to see anyone sing if he's not MJF. MJF's so good.
Oh, you like that segment?
I love. No. I say that MJF is really extremely entertaining. Let me tell you something. If I would have thought that this was corny as fuck if we didn't have WrestleMania Night 2 and Raw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put it like this. As a whole, Dynamite was a solid 4 out of 5. But having in mind Night 2 and the Raw after WrestleMania, this felt like a 5 out of 5 show. That's it. So this was probably the reason why I loved the MJF stuff. I would have preferred if Sammy Guevara was the one to, with the things, I don't know how you call it in English, and not Jungle Boy. I would have preferred that, because I would have preferred if someone would get booed if he was a heel, but like Jungle Boy is a babyface, and everyone's booing Sammy Guevara all the time, either way.
Yeah.
So you could have had him here, and Jungle Boy could have had the match against Commander. It would have been a hell of a match. But Sammy Guevara and Commander was a really nice match. But the promo that Sammy Guevara gave after the match was weird. It was weird. It felt weird. It didn't have to be in Long Island. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
It was yeah, the that was definitely weird, and it could have been a lot better of a promo.
Mhm.
It was weird. The match itself was kind of weird too. And the reason I say that, there was a lot of, I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was a great match. My biggest problem with some of those matches though is the waiting for your guy to do the spot.
I
That
know.
kind of
I
gets to
know.
me after a while, but
Yes,
it
but
is
this
what
is
it is.
again on the cameraman because they don't need to show what the other person is doing.
Yeah.
Well, and even if it's not on about on the cameraman, there are a lot of people in the arena that are actually seeing what's happening, so probably think about them as well. This is the main reason why people usually hate flippy dippy shit.
Yeah.
This is one of the main reasons, and I hear you guys. Sometimes it's way more than I'm willing to accept. um but it's, come on, it's scripted. It's fine. Like, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'll get over it. It's just there's certain times where it's like, okay, let's just move on a little bit. And that's the thing. Come on, director, you should be doing better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the FTW Championship with Hook over Ethan Page. Matt Hardy finally did something regarding this, and I was actually liking those two together. So, but it was entertaining. We got a pretty good
Matt
match.
Taven keeps liking my comments about me loving him.
Well, yeah. I mean,
come on. At some point, we gotta get married, dude. Like,
there you go. So yeah,
he's such a jerk. I love him. Like,
okay. Anyway, so Hook versus Ethan Page. Ethan Page he was trying to get the title from Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy hit him with it, and next thing you know, Hook gets the win. It seemed like the way it ended, Hook's kind of like involved, like with Matt Hardy and Private Party, or with
Hardly Party.
Yeah, Harley Party. Jesus, but yeah. So it was good, and I mean, we'll get a. I think we're getting a rematch tonight. Is that right? On Rampage.
I think we are.
Yeah, Ethan Page versus Hook for a rematch, FTW Championship. So we got that going on. But I enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting it, so that was good. I mean, I was expecting it down the road. I just wasn't expecting it on this Dynamite.
It was fine. I will always love a Hook match. It's at some point we need to start seeing more of Hook. Yeah.
Yeah. We go to, well, I don't even really consider this a damn match, but we had Blackpool Combat Club.
It wasn't. No one cares about the match.
Yeah, it was
we all like everyone cares about Bryan Danielson pulling out a screwdriver and gouging Adam Page's eye out. Yeah. Why didn't the Malachi Black come out to defend his eye? I want to know that. Like, I was there, you know? Why didn't this happen? I was pissed. Not really. I was pissed that no one came out. Actually,
I was kind of. I thought that was weird too. No Dark Order. No.
Yeah, no Dark Order, because like the thing is, Brian said, "You don't have any friends. No one's here for you," and he was right.
Yeah.
Right. It's I'm always up for heels being right, because he makes a lot of good sense, but come on, like Hangman came to help Kenny Omega 2 times now.
Yeah.
And the Bucks also, but like the Bucks, Matt is injured, and you think that Nick is
just chilling at home.
Just
Or
taking care of
whatever.
him. In kayfabe, taking
Yeah.
care of his brother.
Yeah.
So in kayfabe, where's Kenny? Is he
Yeah.
taking care of Dawn?
Yeah.
Because like he got touched by a feather? No. Like it. I want to see what the reason behind that is, and
Yeah,
also
me
no
too.
Dark Order.
Yeah.
That
No, was there a QTV segment, or did I miss it? I'm just curious.
no. There
Okay,
was
I was
no
just
QTV
curious.
segment.
Okay, I was just curious if I might have missed it. That just kind
No,
of.
I feel like it. Oh no, wait. No, in the chat, someone please, thank you. If there was, I don't remember there being a QTV segment.
Yeah, I don't think
like,
there was,
at
but
all.
maybe that's where they'll show it. Like maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had that. So
By the way, Eddie in the chat is right. Kenny Omega was hanging out with the wrestling
Yeah.
club. We all saw it on social media, so he was there. What the fuck, dude? Like so ungrateful, so ungrateful.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was thinking about the wrestling club, how awesome it is for those guys. I mean, they were at some of them.
I'm so happy for like
Victor,
for
yeah.
yeah. I'm happy for kids to be having fun in wrestling shows as opposed to going out with your favorites and them losing after that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Did you see the video of the one dad that, like, when Cody got pinned, like he like, God, what did he do? He like basically let like the streamers go off. Like the kid was rooting for Cody, and like after he lost, the dad still just let the streamers go. I'm not kidding. I'll have to send you the tweet.
Yes, please send
Yeah,
it to me. Like this
the
is
kid just
this is
looked at him
awful.
like, what the hell? Like, like he's like, I hope you
I
go
know.
out for milk and cigarettes and not come back. That's the way he looked at him. Like,
Oh my God. Okay.
Anyways, then we had the AEW World Tag Team Championship match, FTR over the Guns.
This was the right call.
Absolutely.
Yes, and everything that happened after that was absolutely amazing. One of the videos that I saw online that was absolutely hilarious, by the way, it was Dex went into the crowd and got the sign that said
Vince Fierce Tony.
Vince Fierce Tony, and he showed it to Tony Khan, and he was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh no, I don't want any part of that shit. Please don't get me involved."
Well, I mean, come on.
I know. Like, he does that a lot, but like, that's, And then there was a sign in the audience that said, "LMAO, Cody."
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Jesus, this sucks so much. And last but definitely not least, Jackie. Because Jackie and I talk about this all the time. I detest Twitter's new algorithm because I end up not seeing anything whatsoever from Jackie on my timeline.
Yep.
And this is ridiculous because people which I adore so much, and I don't see them on the timeline. This sucks. And I see tweets from people I don't even follow, at all, but not people. Rob, I don't see your tweets at all. Yeah. This is stupid.
You're winning in that case, but
come on, give yourself credit.
Sometimes it's like,
yes,
done that one.
This sucks. So we agreed on doing something. Every time she has a tweet that she absolutely needs me to see, she sends me the tweet in DMs. So she sent me the tweet with the video of her hugging them after the show. And I said to her that every time that I see a story about her and FTR unravel, this brings a tear to my eye because Jackie will always be the living proof that good things happen to good people. and I will never stop saying that Jackie is one of the most precious people I ever met on this stupid ass app that doesn't even show me her tweets. This is so it's disgusting. Um, but I need to see that every time because I end up believing this myself. This makes me believe in the world every time that something like that happens. And I'm just so incredibly happy for her and FTR. All is kind of right in the world.
Yeah.
Kind of like really. I really needed this Dynamite after everything that happened on Sunday and Monday. For me, Monday and Tuesday. But it was a really feel good moment, and I think we all needed that. Not
Yeah,
only
I was
me.
very happy to
Uh,
get
it
him to do.
it was amazing. The booking was kind of weird. It was kind of overbooked for my taste. But like I feel like the main event for night 2 was ridiculously overbooked. This was maybe kinda, but it ended up, on a good note. So this was something nice,
Yeah.
and I loved it. So thank you, Dynamite, for getting the bad taste out of my mouth. And yeah, that was Dynamite.
Yeah, it was a good one. We have another super chat from our good friend Tom Talks Rubbish.
Hi, sweetie.
Big love to my favorite people. Rob, we're a week away. We're a week away from dropping. Very nervous. Sorry, I can't read. He's talking about his Sean Ross Sapp interview. So he's very anxious for that. He's nervous, but he's anxious.
Fine,
It'll be great, man. It's gonna be good stuff.
It will be so great. But in the mix of everything that happened on Dynamite, we got the big news that Dynamite is going to the UK.
Yeah.
They're going to have All In too. And it's going to be and it's going to be at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
I did not see this coming at all.
I thought it was going to be Craven Cottage, is what I thought it was going to be.
Why?
I mean, that's where like it's been rumored like they were going to show forever. I was not expecting Wimbledon though.
Yes. After Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor, this was one of the questions that got thrown around. What happens to All In? What about this? What about that? And the big question, Rob, do you think they will sell out Wembley? This is a 90,000 people stadium. This is a WrestleMania capacity crowd. I'm really nervous about this. Extremely nervous because WrestleMania just did 81,000, right?
Yeah.
81,000 for WrestleMania. WrestleMania. There's a good thing about UK. It's in each and every country in Europe. The flight to the UK is under 2 hours. This is the good thing. Like the flight from Sofia, which is our capital for Bulgaria, look, Owen, not Belgium. Jesus fucking Christ. We love your Wrestle Talk dudes, but I'm going to kick your ass, look, so much. Thank you, Pete, for correcting him. You're a sweetheart. I will buy you tea. Okay. So the flight from Sofia to London is 2 hours. And we are one of the, we're Eastern Europe. We're one of the countries that's as far away from London as ever in Europe. So it's under 2 hours. So you're going to get a lot of people from different countries here. The moment the news dropped, I got one of my friends who watches wrestling. He's a close friend of he's a close family friend. And he's like, I'm already booking my trip. And I'm like, okay, this is, So I'm really nervous about this show because again, it's a 90,000 people arena.
But that's the thing; it doesn't have to sell out for it to be like considered a success. You know, that's the
Of course. But if they sell half of that, it's not gonna look good.
well. What did well, let's see here. What did? Granted, it's not London, but what did Clash at the Sandcastle do in attendance?
In card, oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
I'll look.
Please, yes.
I actually typed in Sandcastle. Hold on.
If Google actually understood you, I would have hugged Google so much. The thing,
so they had 59,000. I mean,
exactly my point, and this was the first in a long time.
So you subtract whatever that is because WWE like obviously goes over.
It exaggerates a lot, yeah. I know, but like this was the first wrestling pay-per-view back in a long time.
Yeah.
Granted, I feel like people know. I'm gonna kill you, Ryan. I am not in the mood.
Yep, I knew it. That's why I had to do it. I'm like, Ryan, you're on your own, man.
Thank you.
I'll put it up there, but whatever happens, happens.
This is fine. Okay, I need praise today, you idiots. I'm in such a bad mood. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. So, again, this is making me nervous, but the conversation that me and my friend Philip had, that we both feel like this is one of the reasons why we think Miro is coming back, because Miro is a big time football fan, soccer for you guys. He's a big time football fan, and the moment he hears Wembley, he's gonna lose his shit. Like, this is a big deal for football fans. Oh my God, I said it. This is a big deal for football fans. For me, because I'm not that big of a football fan, when I hear Wembley, I hear Queen. Okay, I hear Queen in my head, and I will forever hear Freddie Mercury. And I want at least 15-minute entry for Dalton Castle. This is what I want. Yeah. So, what do you think?
Well, two things. It depends on ticket prices.
Sure.
Do I expect it to sell
Everything's
out?
expensive in London.
Well, that's the thing.
Ridiculously expensive. What the fuck, guys? Like, come on.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, it depends on ticket prices, but I also, I mean, I want to be realistic here. I don't see it selling out, but I'm not. I don't. There's just no. I just don't see it selling out. I hope I'm wrong. By all means, I hope I'm wrong. I just don't.
This will be big. This will be big for them if they even sell half of that.
Yeah.
What was the Grand Slam that they have? Was it like 25,000?
Oh, at Arthur Ashe, I'd have to look.
Arthur Ashe.
Yeah. See, like, yeah, man. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but by all means, like I said, I hope it'll be a good show regardless. This is what I'm wondering, like,
it's a week before All Out.
That part kind of makes me wonder too, because you get a lot of people that like to travel to Vegas for that. Or Chicago. Sorry, Chicago.
Is it going to be in Chicago, though?
Well, that's the thing. Sean reported that it might. Well, it might. He made it. See, that's the thing. I can't. The way he wrote it, I can't. I don't know if he meant like it's going to be away from not Daly's place. I can't remember what they call it in Chicago. That one, the place they always go to in Chicago, but
the one arena, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if he meant like they're moving it to like a bigger
From
arena,
a different arena
well,
or
yeah.
a different city
Yeah.
as a whole.
Yeah.
Or a
So-
state or whatever. They haven't been in Chicago for a while. This is
Yeah.
weird for them.
Yeah,
And I suppose there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an exciting time to be a wrestling fan. AEW in general, because this is a different turf to them. So it's gonna be I'm looking forward to it.
Our good friend John sends us a super chat. John Barker sends us a super chat that says AEW's highest doors is like 25,000 and over.
And our thrash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, highest doors it's like 25,000, over 1 million in sales. If they
Was
sold
this for All Out? This was for All Out, right? After the brawl out, before the brawl out.
I don't know. If they sold tickets at $20 per pound, $20 a pound per person, they could make 2.3 and eclipse it massively.
Well, that's the thing. If they're going for a sold out show, you're gonna need to, because I know it's Wembley. I know this is a place jam packed with history. I know, but probably, maybe that's the way to go.
Corey, our good friend Corey Michael, sends us a super chat that says, just popping in to remind you guys that this show makes Fridays feel all the more worth trudging through. I can't talk. Dull work weeks. It's the exact same feeling as hanging out with friends after school. Oh, thanks, man. You know we love you, so thank you.
Look at you, Corey, once again making me feel really weird about not knowing any like fancy English words. Using words that I have to check the meaning of. Thank you, Corey. You're the sweetest.
Big Migs Gaming. I hope I get that right. If I didn't, let me know. Love you guys. Always enjoy the podcast / streams. I heard Maggie had a bad day at work. Always remember it can be worse. Vince could be your boss.
Oh no! Stop it! Like don't even say that. What is happening? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah. Jesus.
Man. So let's go ahead and do our previews for AEW Rampage and Battle of the Belts tonight. Anna Jay, Anna.
They're both live, by the way.
Anna Jay versus Jay versus Julia Hart. FTW Championship. Hook defending his title against Ethan Page. The Acclaimed and Angelo Parker and Matt Menard in action, taking on probably some jobbers. Darby Allin versus Lee Moriarty. Jade Cargill and Taya Valkyrie in a sit-down interview, and Swerve Strickland has an announcement. That is all on AEW Rampage. And then on Battle of the Belts.
Immediately after that.
Yeah. Yep. Immediately after that, you have... I might have done that backwards now that I look at it. I think I just gave you the... I think I gave you the Battle of the Belts there.
I know you erased it.
Okay, well...
You just erased it.
Okay, Battle of the Belts is Orange Cassidy versus Dralistico. AEW TBS Championship is Jade Cargill versus Billy Starks. Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship, Lucha Brothers versus Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall.
Yeah.
And, there we go. So I had it up there, so it's good.
You're fine.
You know it's my first day, so we're good. If it's not my first day, what the hell are we doing here?
You know what time it is?
I know what time it is. I just gotta find the damn video, that's all.
Why?
Why not?
Guys, today I'm gonna tell you a little. Oh, look at the Jesus, this was a weird sound. I'm sorry. So, this you remember the show? I don't know if we did a show there or not. That there was this a dude like this who took a lot of really great photographs of dogs to make them look all fancy, and this helped
them getting adopted faster.
Yeah.
So this shelter for cats, so this cat shelter, had the great idea of like people who work in that shelter to make like TikTok videos of them showing the cats and like giving them personalities, different personalities, uh, in order to to make them more compatible with different people. And this boosted adoption immensely. So this is so great. I always adore when people find different ways to make others, adopt, as opposed to like spending ridiculously huge amounts of money on things that you don't need to. I just had a conversation today with a customer at the bar. He was like, "Well, I spend this and this amount of money for this dog," and I'm like, "Why would you do that? Like, do you see how many stray dogs that there are in the streets? In front of the bar, 2 dogs." Like 15 cats. Like, what are you doing? And he was like, "Well, the little kid wanted this breed." The little kid needed a lecture about why this dog on the outside, which is probably dying from hunger, why this dog outside needed a home, and not like $100 like worth of fur, in your no. Like, please don't, like, adopt, okay? Like, save the dogs and cats from the streets. Like, please rescue them and don't spend ridiculous amounts of money or because you want a certain breed. I know everyone's entitled to their, to their opinion and everything, but like, imagine how good you're doing.
Yeah.
If it were you, you would have wanted someone to adopt you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. And
It pisses me off.
Yeah.
I spent I spent 1K on this kitty, so I really want to put it in my bag and go to the movies and and fight different women in the bathroom with it. This is a Mariah Carey video, by the way. This was Mariah Carey. So please don't do that ever.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marcus. You're a sweetheart for doing that. All of the cats that I've ever owned, and I feel like we've owned like a bunch of cats, they were all from the streets. Like, my dad goes, "It's either me or the cat," and we keep the cat. He couldn't do anything about it. There's 3 women, me, my sister, and my mom. We were like washing, like giving the kitty a bath, and he's like, "It's either me or the cat," and we were like, continue giving.
Oh God, Soupy is going to use that part like right there.
I know.
It's great. I don't know. Like,
yes, Joe, this is heartbreaking video. Shout out to Will Washington, one of the biggest Mariah Carey fans out there. So yeah, this was the exact video I was talking about.
Yeah. And the whole time, like I'm just thinking of, like, I'm just sitting here smiling because I'm thinking of Mariah Carey. So I'm like, yeah. Good looking woman. And now I'm lost my place. So, WrestleMania.
WrestleMania recap. Rob, do you want me to tell the people what you said to me?
Yeah, go ahead. How about this after night 1? Because that takes better. I mean, because that's where the story takes place. Yeah. So, we started with pretty much Austin Theory.
Oh, by the way, Stand and Deliver, amazing show. That North American Championship was bonkers amazing. You need to go and watch Stand and Deliver. It's unlike NXT programming. Yeah. Usually Stand and Delivers and like NXT pay-per-views, they always deliver. You stood and delivered. Like, bravo.
Yeah. So anyways, night
Index!
1. Yeah, that was good. I like that. That was great.
Yeah.
Night 1 started with a little bit of a pooper. Theory over John Cena.
It was the kids that Oh
That
my
was the
god!
highlight of the match.
Yeah,
the kids were
great.
the
But
highlight of the
like
match.
John Cena lost after
Yeah, I
the
know.
kids came out. Like it's come on.
Yeah, that part I didn't like. I mean, that's the
I know
thing.
the match. Yes, but like come on, it's a John Cena match in 2023. If someone expected more from this match, I don't know what to tell you. I know I understand. Like our theory was that John Cena was winning, and then them doing something, with an open challenge at night 2 or Raw. Like a lot of us thought so, but John Cena putting over theory was, I suppose, always gonna be the thing.
My thing is when they made that match, the first match, that was when pretty much my theory went out the window because I'm like, they're doing that so he can get the hell out of town.
Sure,
Like that's when I realized that because
of course.
Like he flew in, I guess that morning. I believe I heard maybe he came in the night before, but
But yeah, you're right. It was again, it was a John Cena match in 2023. The match he had on SmackDown with Sami Zayn. Came in, did a bunch of
the five moves of doom, and
the shoulder tackles that I gag every time that I see. And like a 5-knuckle shuffle and everything, and with the body slam, and like it's a John Cena match in 2023.
Yeah.
That's probably everything that you would have expected.
Exactly.
But then we had the men's showcase match with the Street Profits and Ricochet and Bronachet, Alpha Academy and Viking Raiders. This was a hell of a match. I didn't expect to love this match so much, but the right people won. Street Profits. And I love that. It was legitimately a showcase.
The highlight for me was Gable suplexing Braun.
Yes.
Absolutely love that.
It's almost as if the guy is an amazing wrestler and can do a lot of wrestling.
Well, he go ahead.
If he gets the opportunity to.
Yeah, he when Sean interviewed him last week at Mania, during the red carpet or white carpet, whatever the hell they call it, he got up for 5 minutes, and he asked him and Otis if they ever, because they live pretty close to each other in Minnesota, and he asked them if they ever grapple, because they're both former wrestlers, if they amateur wrestlers, if they ever grapple, and they said Otis said they do occasionally mess around with other wrestlers that are amateurs, and Otis basically said that Gable takes care of everybody. He has no problem with any of them, and it doesn't matter on the size or anything. Next thing you know, he's on you and you're done. That's just the way he is. So
you remember when Cesaro was in WWE and he was pound for pound the
strongest,
the strongest. It's Gable now. I feel like it's Gable. He's the guy. I feel like he's the guy, and I think that Vince will never see that ever.
Man, I don't
because it's always one and the same. The moment Vince sees that you're excellent at comedy, you're stuck doing comedy forever.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When the rumors started getting heavy about Vince being around again, you notice how Otis started going back to comedy.
Yeah,
kind of weird.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins over Logan Paul.
You know what, Rob? I really need for Logan Paul to be a really shitty wrestler just so I can crap on him a lot because I really want to. But he always delivers, and I fucking hate that. He's so good. I really hate that. The match was amazing.
Damn it.
It was a Seth Rollins and Logan Paul match.
I'm glad Seth won.
Of course. I always thought that Seth was winning this match, and then you started DMing me. Oh my God, what if Logan wins? And I'm like, you're scaring the crap out of me right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're doing. But the right person won. I have no idea who the person in the costume was. Apparently, he's a big YouTuber, but I'm a granny and have no idea what that is.
God, what was his name? Like, whatever. Like, it's like I forgot. Like, it's FPF for bullshit.
KSI? No, what?
Yeah, it's KSI. I think KSI.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeff.
Okay.
I'm like, it's something like that. Jeff or something. I'm like, I was way off.
Yes.
Samsonite. If you watch Dumb and Dumber, you get that reference.
No.
Yeah.
So yes, the match was exactly what everyone thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Logan Paul is athletic as fuck, but that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to say anything else. Really. We had Lita, Becky, and Trish against Damage Control. This was a nice match. I enjoyed it. I got deflated after not seeing Bailey on my television the night after that. 2 nights after that. But yeah, everyone, Lita, Becky, and Trish, they all look good. But I'll tell you what didn't look good. Do you remember their segment on Raw? Like, I don't know if I'm imagining things, but Becky did not look happy that she was in a backstage segment on the Raw after WrestleMania and she's a champion.
I could tell that too. I could tell like she was not happy.
It was the equivalent of a Sasha Banks entrance for a match, and you know by look of her face if she's winning or losing. Sasha always has a different expression on her face, whether she's losing or winning. It was this. Yeah.
In my opinion, the best 2 entrances of the entire show: Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Rey Mysterio got the victory. I thought these 2 had the best entrances. Obviously, you had Eddie Guerrero's vehicle. You had Dom.
No. Dominic Mysterio was the best thing on the show. Tell me, okay, I'm gonna need a kayfabe explanation as to why he went back to prison.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But
I know.
This was so great.
Yeah, I know. It was great.
I couldn't stop laughing. This was so great. Oh my god. Because, come on, we all knew that Rey was winning. Dominic needed his time under the sun.
Yeah.
It was so great. Is Dominic my new favorite wrestler now? Because I feel so...
Well, then if he is, Caden's like your new best friend. So there you go.
Well, Caden was always a wonderful human being.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, he loves, Caden loves Dominic Mysterio.
We love you, Caden.
You are so serious right now. I can tell in your voice.
I'm trying to say it with straight face. So yes, the match was ridiculously over. I feel like at this point, I was really enjoying WrestleMania so much, and this was, I don't know. From the beginning I thought that this was, the hype of WrestleMania, and this was why I was enjoying the match. And then afterwards, I got on Twitter and saw that everyone enjoyed the match, and I'm like, okay, so it wasn't just me.
Yeah. Yep. No, it was a good one.
But then the match happened for me. The match. Rhea Ripley beat Charlotte Flair for SmackDown Women's Championship. They said, girl, we are not the main event. Let's show them why they were wrong. And they did such an awesome job. I'm not saying that the tag match didn't need to main event. It most certainly had to be the main event for night 1. But both matches are being talked to almost equally. Corey said something on Twitter, and surprise, surprise, he knows his stuff and knows about wrestling. And he was absolutely right about that, because the moment the match was so back and forth, and they had everyone, the audience and the people at home, they had him in the palm of their hands throughout the entire match, from the beginning until the end. But it was one particular spot that Corey mentioned. The moment Charlotte Flair countered the Riptide into a DDT, and Rhea Ripley sold the crap out of that DDT. So, like, I thought her neck was broken.
I did too. Like, I was like, oh my God, she hurt her neck.
And I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? And this was an important part of the match, this itself, because both women did such amazing work in this particular spot that no one could look away from the action whatsoever for 1 second of the match after that spot. This was so great. The right person won. I am so happy for Rhea. She deserves this so much. She got herself over. After the match, we saw Charlotte Flair pulling off Sasha Banks.
The Sasha. I liked it though.
The Sasha look. I cried. I started crying, just like I did when Sasha Banks did it, because this is women being happy for women.
Yeah.
Real women put each other over. Women do not put each other down. So I was so happy, and match of the night for me in ring point. Yeah. In ring point. Match of the night for me, and for WrestleMania as a whole. This was my match. I couldn't say enough amazing words about this. Just talking about this makes me incredibly happy and makes me relive WrestleMania Night 1 all over again. And it's so grim because I know what's after that. But do you have anything to say?
It was you pretty much hit it all, like, right there. I agree with everything you said. It was a fantastic match. I loved it. It was you're exactly right with what you said. They basically said, you're not giving us the main event. We're going to show you why you should have given us the main event.
Yes.
And they went out there and they said, this is your F up. Like, we just showed you. So
such an amazing match. Like, I'm getting goosebumps just for talking about it.
The one thing I do want to say is I want WWE just to come out and just say it. That way people don't have to worry. And I know they won't, but I just want
the Rumble.
They just need to say it.
Yes.
They just need to say that and this is how you do it. If you want to, you say the women's Royal Rumble winner will will close night 1, and the men's will close night 2. Just say it that way. I mean, hell.
I know.
Just do it. Like, just say it already. And our good friend Chris Mueller sent us a super chat. Hi guys. Heart.
Chris. Hey.
So, yeah, thank you, sir.
We're sending you hugs. Hope you're feeling better today.
Yeah, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Make some of those Hawaiian rolls, French toast, I think it was. So
it's from Hawaiian bread.
Yeah, Hawaiian bread, Hawaiian rolls, something. Yeah, it's good stuff, pal. Such good shit, pal.
Then we had an impromptu match between The Miz and Pat McAfee. I adore Pat so much. I know the fact that I'm not mad about this match. I'm mad about the match on the second night because I'm biased and I love Pat McAfee. And what I would have been so happy if we got LA Knight here.
Yeah. I'm not to disagree with you, but I'll tell you on night 2, like, with what should have happened is, like, he should have interrupted the Miz, LA Knight that is, and say, let me talk to you. Like, how can we be in LA and I not have a match?
We're going to talk about that on night 2.
That's
But Pat McAfee, huge pop. Michael Cole lost his mind on commentary. He's just so like fills my heart. Okay, every time he comes out, it's like, and he's like rooting for you there.
Yep.
Like he's the biggest cheerleader ever, and it's just so heartwarming. I miss Michael Cole and Pat. Okay, I really do. I really do.
That said, him and Wade Barrett do really well together too, though.
Well, I just
They're
love
not the
Wade
same.
Barrett. I love Wade Barrett because he's ridiculously silly.
Yeah.
So ridiculously silly. Things have been different lately with, certain people in their year. On Raw, that is.
Yeah.
Like if you hadn't noticed, commentary was weird on Raw. It's as if someone was shouting in their ear. Yes, then we had the main event of night one, and that's none other than Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. And this was our feel-good moment, and with that match, everything ended. Not at all grim, I know.
It's like that. What is it? Is that a South Park meme? Like, and it's gone. Yeah.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like this night one of WrestleMania was a love letter,
Yeah. So now you can tell
I love you, wrestling. Bye, Kay. And this, in terms of emotions, this was the best match. In ring was Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, by far. But this was a culmination of so many things. It's WrestleZania.
Yeah.
It was WrestleZania, and like the fact that that night one of WrestleMania was main evented by a tag team match. Like, never in my wildest dreams would I have ever assumed that something like that could happen. Ever. And this is WrestleMania. This isn't Money in the Bank. This isn't Survivor Series. This isn't Backlash or WrestleMania Backlash. I'm sorry, or anything. This is WrestleMania, and its main event was a tag team match. This makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and I feel like I hope. Up until, the end of night one, I was hoping that this was the beginning of a new era for WWE.
Yeah. It's like a hold my beer type moment.
Hold my beer, Maggie, please, bartender chick. Jesus. Yes. Such an amazing night of wrestling. And then I went to work, and I later DM'd you, and you were so amazingly happy. You were so happy. You were like, I'm in love with wrestling, Maggie. This is so great. And I'm like, oh, and then night two happened, and I texted Rob. Oh, Rob, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I was legitimately worried that you were so depressed after that, because, when you get so high on something and then you come crashing down, even if nothing bad happens after that. Even without that, because you're so on the top of the world, and then you come crashing down because it's over. But then it wasn't about that. Like, something amazingly bad happened after that, and
it was that night. Chris was there, and Ryan Sullivan. I did the watch along on Fightful. I wasn't planning on it, but I did. Because just good people were there, and watching it with people, and it was a good show. And it's like, this is what I've been wanting. Obviously, this is good. And then night two came, and have you ever seen Big Hero? I think it's Big Hero 6, Disney, like the big inflatable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's like somebody grabbed a pin and then it just went all over the freaking place. Yep, that was it. That was what happened. Like, I just inflatable just gone everywhere. So
yes, there were some positives from night two.
Yeah, it ended.
Brock Lesnar and almost yeah. Brock Lesnar and almost was not one of those positives. This was a snooze fest for me. I don't know. The women's WrestleMania showcase. There was one part that popped me, and this was the moment when Raquel powerbombed Liv Morgan on top of everyone else. And at that moment, Liv was like, and she was like waving, like this was cute. I love that. Of course, like surprise, like Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler won. Like they got in the ring for 3 seconds and they won.
Yeah.
This was predictable. This was just predictable, and it is what it is. And I kept saying you cannot possibly have a showcase for something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You basically you showcase the fact that you haven't booked women's tag team division whatsoever, and it happened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Our friend Eloquent sends us a super chat.
you.
Much love, y'all. Sending love. Thank you, my friend.
Canadian dollars.
I love it.
We love Canada. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. But after that, the slapper of the night happened. This is Gunther.
My chest still hurts.
Yes, my soul hurts. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Gunther retained the IC championship. I would like to shout out Titus O'Neil on commentary.
Yes.
I want this more. So much more. Like this was so great. I want to hug the guy. He's been doing so much community work for WWE, and he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't get the flowers that he deserves. But oh my god, this match! This was the light, in the dark night that was WrestleMania Night 2. This was so great. If Night 1 had one awful match, and okay, it wasn't that awful. It was just a meh show with Theory and Cena. Night 2 had one really, really great match, which was Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew, and then everything else sucked, in my perspective. Oh my god. Gunther and Sheamus,
Jesus Christ, I knew that was...
Okay. Cameo, hi.
Yeah. Hi,
Jesus,
Faith.
okay.
This is Faith. Faith,
Hi.
say hi.
My mom's name is Faith. Hi.
Say hi, Faith. There's Faith.
Oh my god, this is so good.
There she is.
More dogs on the show, please.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Now she's laying on top of the couch, so there we
Sure,
go.
of course she is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so... Yeah, such a good girl.
We got another one over here, so I'll show you. She's laying on the couch too.
Sure. Jesus. Nice couch, by the way. Unlike mine, I hate my couch. Please send us money so I can go to Wembley and buy a new couch. Yeah, from Wembley. So yeah, the match. Sheamus and Gunther picked up right where they left off from the Sandcastle pay-per-view. Oh my god! And then add Drew McIntyre in the mix. Jesus. Meat was indeed slapped in this match, and oh my lord, why? Jesus, so great. No one beats Gunther. That's it.
I'm okay with it. I mean, I want Sheamus to get that title eventually, but I'm okay with it.
Eventually, yes. He, I would assume that he absolutely will get that title because, like, come on, Sheamus.
And I saw somebody ask about Drew McIntyre leaving. His contract still has a little bit of time left, and he's
at least until the end of the year.
Yeah, and he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. Like a lot of people, oh my God, Wembley, Drew Galloway, or what was his last name?
They'll spend the money to keep him.
Of course. Like Drew is a big time wrestler. Like he ain't going anywhere. We have to speed it up because we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, I see that.
Bianca Belair and Asuka. This was an amazing match. But I'm interested because, like I said on last week's show, this is an awesome match, but this is a lose-lose situation for me, because if Bianca Belair lost, she loses the title and she loses her WrestleMania streak. And I really wanted her to keep her streak. And Asuka, you just had her back, and she's been going through everyone, and she's looked so amazingly great. And
I don't remember it. Do you remember?
no, Chris, please say in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I remember him saying, "Call the police!" throughout the entire match for the IC Championship. Bianca's entrance, yes, and everything that we learned for this little girl's mother passing away. This was heartbreaking. I was so sorry to hear that. But yeah, going back to the match, what the hell do you do with Asuka now?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Like, where do you go from here? And this is what bothered me a lot. Again, this is why I thought that this was a lose-lose situation, because I don't know. I love Bianca. I've said on this show numerous times, I want her to retire at 50 with that belt, never losing it.
A long time ago, when primetime players were on commentary for a match, Titus said something about a wash rag, and it popped Jerry Lawler really big.
Oh, okay. This was a long time ago. I don't even remember what I ate yesterday, and it was probably nothing. And I didn't have Twitter at that time. Chris, thank you. We love you, by the way. So what followed was Snoop Dogg in the Miz segment. Let me tell you something. I was at work on Monday night after I watched night 2 of WrestleMania. And there were two separate occasions of people who I know for sure that they have no knowledge about wrestling. And he was like, "Hey, dude, do you know what Snoop Dogg did on some wrestling show?" And I'm like, some wrestling show? Everyone was talking about Snoop Dogg. So this is a job well done, because it got a lot of people talking, even people from Bulgaria who have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Shane O'Mac. Okay, hi. You're definitely your father's son.
The quad's running the family.
Yes. Let me start off by saying that I hope that he gets better soon.
Oh yeah.
This is awful what happened, but I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, I mean,
because I was like, oh hell no! You tell me that you could have had LA Knight here, and you have fucking Shane McMahon that no one fucking asked for.
Yeah.
No one asked for. And then 14 seconds later, he gets injured in the match, and Snoop Dogg fucking comes out and saves the segment. I was fucking dying.
Yeah, Jessica Carr supposedly told him to
Jessica Carr, the pro that she was, kudos to Jessica, because she yelled, "People's elbow!"
Yeah. Yeah, man, she knew what to do, so
hats off to Jessica. Yeah. Girl, you rule.
But like, and this is what I was gonna say. Like, this is what they should have done in the first place. Like, LA Knight should have like interrupted. This is how I would have booked it. Granted, it's easier for me to say it. This is how I would have booked it. Those two have their little segment just like they did in night 1. LA Knight comes out, says, "How do you have a show? How do you have the biggest WrestleMania in LA and you don't have LA Knight?" And like he just says, "Bring anybody out here." And Bobby Lashley comes up. I know people would have been bitching, like, we knew it was going to happen. Well, I mean, at least you got them both on the show, you know? Yeah. And they did get Bobby Lashley technically on the show, but come on.
Yeah, technically, we did have Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw, technically. Yeah. What the fuck was that segment? Like, Jesus. I don't know. Yeah, so what happened. Get well soon, Shane. This is just not right. We did have the match against Edge and Demon Balor. This pissed me off because, first of all, like, we are well wishes to Balor's head. This did not look great. like at all. But again, what do you do with Finn Balor after this? What the hell do you do with him? He's been losing a lot. The demon at this point just retired the demon gimmick because it was ruined with Roman Reigns and the top rope and the reviving of of everything. He's fucking buried now. Like, what the hell? I wanted Edge to put someone over, okay? Like, this was Edge wasn't going to be hurt if he lost this match. We hope that everything is okay with Finn. The cut looked absolutely gnarly. Yes, but what happened next was Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes. Let me plug in the second show that I said I was going to plug. Guys, please go and watch The Spotlight with Steven Jensen and Jeremy. I waited for 4 days until I could reach out to Steven Jensen because, if I'm in, like, if something happens, like if something like that happens to me, I absolutely will want everyone to just leave me alone and just for stuff to happen. And then I could be ready to talk. And this was why I waited for 4 days. I texted him and I felt like a lot of people were rooting for Cody because of Steven Jensen's love and appreciation, for Cody. And he was like, so he was 100% sure that Cody was winning. And this was so heartbreaking. Yeah. This was such a stupid ass decision.
Oh yeah. It was.
What the fuck was that? Because as a whole, the match was so great, but then everything else happened. And it was just so incredibly uninspiring.
We booked what they could have done.
Yes. And it was LOL, another Roman Reigns win. This was it. Like, the Usos get involved, and then a ref bump, and then Solo Sikoa, and they got me fooled with Sammy and Kevin coming out and taking care of the Usos, and I'm like, there you go. And by the way, Fightful Select, we ourselves, Sean did, we confirmed that, the new deal, with Endeavor and Vince and everything, this match was not affected by Endeavor and everything. And this was what was in plan for weeks and weeks to come. But look me in the eye and tell me that this build was always about Roman Reigns beating.
I'm convinced too.
Yes.
I'm convinced.
Go back to each and every segment that they had in the ring between Cody, between Paul Heyman, between the three of them with Roman Reigns. And tell me that this was the plan all along. You're bullshitting me.
Yeah,
and by the way, how ridiculous did Cody look? Because he got the job done with Kevin and Sammy, because basically what happened was that they told the story that he got them both back together. He delivered on that, but couldn't deliver for himself. And after that, having the audacity to come on Raw and be all, to be like so calm about it, dude, you got screwed in the biggest event of the year in the biggest wrestling company in the world. And you're so calm about it. And I got a rematch, and everyone in the audience starts chanting rematch. Why the fuck would you want a rematch?
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes will never, ever be as over as he was in that main event of WrestleMania. They have fucking -1 in the audience.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And how do you get back from that? And then he got fucking beat up by Brock Lesnar. He looked like a child. Brock Lesnar made him look like a child on television because they were like almost giving him the noogie. Like, come on, like I was like the moment the Roman Reigns pinned him, I started laughing for 10 minutes straight and I couldn't stop. The only reason why I stopped was because I had to start my workout. And this was not because it was so funny to me. No. It was because it was it was the perfect end of a perfectly miserable night of WrestleMania. I felt like I was like I so much didn't know what to do that my mind was blank, and the only thing I could think about was fucking laughing, because otherwise I would have been crying. And this wasn't the way I wanted to finish, WrestleMania weekend. This is so weird, and this is WWE saying, "Oh no, this isn't the story." What the fuck was the story then?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, his back. Like, come on! Like, he overcame this. They didn't want to acknowledge the fact that he couldn't make it in the company in the first place, and he had to go and get himself over, and then come back to what everyone is loving. They just refuse to tell this story because AEW is a part of this story, and this is why he lost.
Yeah.
And imagine everyone, I'm sorry for cutting you off a lot, and everyone from AEW whose contract is close to expiring, they are getting nowhere near you guys whatsoever. No. They say, "Hey, Tony, my dude, hi." Like, please.
Yeah. Well, the thing is on Monday night when Lesnar came out there, like I even tweeted it out, Lesnar hasn't had a tag team match since 2006.
Yeah, this isn't happening.
And
I was expecting shenanigans, but
not
in my wildest dreams.
And then with their I think it was less than 10 minutes, maybe it was like 12 minutes left, I don't know. But I'm like, something's not and I even said something in the Fightful chat. I'm like,
something's afoot.
I go either, and this is what I said either Solo's turning on Roman or Brock's turning on Cody. Somebody's turning, now.
Someone's turning. Yes. And Chris in the chat said that yes, they wasted Solo's undefeated streak for nothing. They also wasted Montreal for nothing. We were like, okay, it's okay. We really wanted Sammy to win, but it's okay because it's Cody. Because
that's why I'm convinced they changed it.
And then it's not Cody. Then it's not Cody. Who the fuck is it? Is it gonna be Cody on next year's WrestleMania? Fuck no, I don't want that. Because what the fuck does Cody do for one whole year?
And that's the thing. If they knew it wasn't Cody, then why the hell do you not have it be Sammy like you lose to?
Why?
Or beat Mania?
This is why I said this was not the plan. The plan was for Cody to win.
Yeah.
All along. What the hell happened? What the fuck happened? And I swear to God, if they give him the Money in the Bank briefcase and have him cash in on Roman in such a ridiculous fucking way, I'm gonna fucking hate that.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. Stupid. No.
Well, let's do the preview for SmackDown real quick before we do our last Cooper effect, and then I'll do jokes real quick. SmackDown preview: Triple H will address the WWE Universe.
Please don't go trips.
We have an undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match, or no, they will appear rather. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will appear.
And then Sami Zayn will have a match against Jey Uso.
Rhea Ripley will be there for a promo. We have Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar versus Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. And then we have the Brawling Brute with Sheamus, Butch, and Ridge Holland versus Imperium.
Yeah. I really hope. Vince is back. He ain't gonna going back to Pete Dunne whatsoever. And I was so excited about that. He's going to continue. He's going to be Butch forever. This is so fucking disappointing.
All right. Well, here we go.
Oh, I wasn't muted for that.
No, yeah, sorry.
Jesus. Okay. Guys, we had Robert DeFelice for Coexisting After Dark on Fightful Select. We recorded the show yesterday. Let me tell you just how much of a sweetheart Robert is. We had so much fun with him. We are so going to have him again. We talked a lot about wrestling scenarios, different wrestling scenarios, and dream booking and everything. And because I've went on record and I've said this on the show that Robert DeFelice is my favorite dream booker, like all the way, because like not because whatever he says happens. No, come on, no, that's not happening. But because everything that he says is so interesting and gets me invested into wrestling. And every time I'm like, this is what I told him. I'm like, oh, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And then he comes out and mocks me with his brilliant mind. And I'm like, well, I suck at this. Okay. So he's also like, he has the best smile on Fightful. So there you go. Please subscribe to Fightful Select. Watch our show. Listen to the Weekender podcast. Send all your love to Steven Jensen. Like our hearts go out to him. And I might be smiling because it's funny, but it's really not. So yeah, no, because some people may think that I'm being sarcastic, but I'm really not.
No, I know. I'm just like just the way you said it made me like laugh.
I know. So subscribe to Fightful Select and check out our chat with Robert DeFelice, one of my all-time favorites from Fightful.
Yeah, I absolutely love working with Robert DeFelice. He's a great guy. I'm one of the. Technically, I've been here. I wasn't even really on staff, but I've been with Fightful like right before he started. So I've seen him start like with us, and he's a great guy, and he's been very helpful with me, like with my writing and when I have questions. Just a fantastic person. So, and he's just a overall great guy. And at 5:00 in about less than 30 minutes on Fightful Select, you'll be able to watch our interview with him. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So definitely check that out.
Robert is really difficult not to love.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Really, really difficult not to love.
Well, Maggie, you ready?
Yeah.
Maggie, my grandpa has the heart of a lion. My grandpa has the heart of a lion, and now a lifetime ban at the zoo. I was going to tell you a joke about yoga, but it's a bit of a stretch.
Okay.
A woman drops off her dress at the dry cleaners. As she leaves, the employee says, "Come again?" No, the woman says, "Toothpaste this time."
Oh!
Boom. Gotcha. I went with the dirty one in the middle. So there we go. I once swallowed a book of synonyms. It gave me the sorest throat I've ever had.
Yeah, talk about swallowing after that joke.
I know. But yeah, there we go. So that's all I got today. But
Jesus, okay.
Yeah, I loved it. Walked right into that one. That was great.
Thank you guys for joining us today. This was such a fun show to do, even though like everything that happened and my shitty day at work. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Please, you can follow me on Twitter right here at Fightful Rob. What the fuck? I'm sorry, I stole your bit. You can follow me at Maggie_IK on Twitter and at Maggie.IK on Instagram. Thank you.
And you guys can follow me at Rob Wilkins on Twitter. And you can follow me on Instagram at Fightful Rob. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in today. I know a lot of you did not enjoy WrestleMania Night 2. I know a lot of you did not enjoy Raw. If you have a heartbeat, you probably did not enjoy Raw. But I want to say thank you for tuning in. I hope SmackDown is a lot better for you. Because I don't know if I don't know if it's going to be worse. But we will see you guys next week. Maggie, are you still holding off on who you're telling our guest is for next week?
I don't know. Should I tell them?
I think so. This is
okay. Let's tell them, guys. On next week on Coexisting After Dark on Fightful Select, we're gonna have Simon Miller. I'm so fucking pumped for this. Like, he's one of the most positive guys ever, and like he's the legitimately ray of fucking sunshine. I cannot wait for this. It's gonna be so great. He's a sweetheart for saying yes to this, by the way. We can't wait for next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. We're excited. So, guys, I want to say thank you again. We will see you next week right here on Fightful Overbooked at 3:00 Eastern. For
subscribe to Fightful Select.
Yeah, subscribe to Fightful Select. And Sean Ross Epps going to be doing his Q&A this weekend instead of today. So, because he knows there'll be so many questions about SmackDown that he can't answer.
Thanks, boss.
That's why he's doing it this weekend. But I'm going to go ahead and plug Fightful Select. Yesterday, you had Grab City Q&A. This weekend, you're going to have Sean Ross Epps Q&A. You're going to have the Weekender podcast. You're going to have our Coexisting After Dark. This weekend, you have breaking news like normal. You're going to get news every day, one way or another. So, just want to say thank you so much, and we appreciate you, and we love you. So thank you, and I hope you guys all have a happy Easter. And we got this message coming in from JR.
Yeah, David Buster's, damn it.
It's the same thing every week. I don't know why he says that. You think he'd change it up. You're not happy, I can tell.
Bye.
Like that idea. Well, here, at least let's make you smile.
As for this game right now, the Sounds are down 5-0. At First Tennessee Park, High Beach, Fox 17 News.
There you go.
What does this look like Steven Jensen right now?
Because he probably is drinking.
I know.
Bye, guys.